Hello and welcome back to the TipToeHippo YouTube channel. Today we are going to look at the FX Blue trade simulator. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the fxblue.com website, and we're going to go into the FX Blue Live section. And if you have an FX Blue account, you can log in. But if you don't have an FX Blue account, you'll need to register for one so that you can use the software. So if you click on that and put your details in, you can create a MyFX Blue account and then follow the instructions that are emailed to you. And then once you've got your login, you can go in, and then if you click on the apps at the top, you'll see their different apps that they have. The one that we want to look at today is the FX Blue Trading Simulator. So if you click onto that, you'll then see the download button. And so you can click on there and download the software. Once downloaded, open it up. Find the MetaTrader instant that you want to install to. You can install to everyone on your computer or just the one that you use for testing. You can click on the Find MetaTrader if the one that you want to install to isn't on the list. And then once you've clicked install, it'll install it onto your MT4. So open up your MT4. You can shut the the terminal window. But you want to bring up the strategy tester window, because this is where we use the trade simulator. So make sure you've got a graph of at the top of the size that you like. Select Expert Advisor in the corner, and then select the FX Blue Trading Simulator. And now after that, you want to make sure that in Tools and Options, the Allow DLL tick box is ticked. You can also make sure that the Allow Automated Trading is ticked, but the important one is the DLL. So click OK once you've done that. Select whichever instrument it is that you want to be practicing your system on and the time period. So on this one, we'll select the 1 hour, and then the type of bars that you want to see. You can do every tick, which is the most accurate, or we can do open prices. So we're going to choose open prices so that we can move along the hour bars relatively quickly. Now this is all the different inputs that we can change, but for the moment, we'll leave them as default. We'll go into what each of these do in the future. So for example, the pause one, you can pause after each bar or when a trade is closed, but we're just leaving it as no pause. Select the date that you want to use. So we've got it from March 2020 through to August 2021. And then click visual mode, because visual mode will make the chart appear in the chart window above. Turn that little slider down to the left so that it's not too quick when you first start. And when you're ready, click away you go. And so a new chart is now popped up, and clicking that button will make it run. And then up the top left here, we have the information panel. Now, if you've run it for the first time, you might need to use your FX Blue login there. So just put your login details for FX Blue, and then it will come up looking like this. You want to change your charts so that they look how you would like your system to look. So we're just going to do a quick example here. So we'll grab an indicator, the Ichi indicator, and drop it on. We'll just use defaults. There's no rhyme or reason in this. This is just to exemplify this tool, and then we'll grab some Bollinger Bands and we'll put them on as well. So those lines I've decided are a bit hard to see, so we'll just make them slightly thicker. And so this just shows that you can change it however you like your system to look, as if you were trading it on a real live market. You can also go and load up any templates that you have with all your indicators already done, as you would any live chart. So this basically now is a live chart that will move along. So we tick that little cross down the bottom next to the skip to one that's now looking like a pause signal, and away we go. So basically now we use it as we would a live account. Now we move this little slider and it makes it go quicker or slower. So at the moment we've got it so that the 1 hour bars are appearing probably every second or so. And so along they go. And then when we decide that we'd like to make a trade, we click either the buy or sell up the top. So we can do the lot sizes and whatnot. But for this simple example of just getting it running, we're just going to use a lot size of 1. So we've taken a buy there, and you can see that it's given an indication on the chart where the buy is. Now we're in the trade and up it goes. And so you would be judging based on your system where an exit should be here. Now the other good thing about this program is you can set your stop loss or a take profit or a trailing stop or a break-even exit. Now usually you do this when you first open your position, but I've waited and now the price has gone up, but we can still decide to put a stop loss in. So there are all the different types of stop losses you can put in. So we'll just put in a stop loss of 100 pips below what the current price is and click set, and then away we can go again. And you can see there that the buy is signaled by the green and the stop loss by the red. Now we can actually drag this stop loss. So we'll drag it just up here to where the itchy cloud is, and then when we unpause it, continues on, and then at some point here we will probably get a stop loss, which we have. And so you can see there the trade entered and then the trade exited. So you can probably see the usefulness now for how you can trade this system. Now I quickly moved the slide bar for the visual mode, there you go, to the left, and it gets very quick on the far left, and you come off one sort of notch and it's much more manageable. And so I paused it here and decided, okay, I'm going to take a buy, and then I'll unpause it, and then we're in a buy there, and now I click there and I can put the stop loss in, or I can do a break even exit. So that means that if the price comes back up to where we entered, it will exit. Now I've got a trade open, but I can still enter another trade. So now I'm in 2 buys. One's at break even, the other has no stop loss set. There you go, we went through that initial trade and it got out at break even. Now I'll put in another stop loss. Once I unpause it, in it comes. And if I pause it, I can move it again. And then I started out. Oh, must have been too close to the position there. The price, I should say, pardon. Now if I want to close it, I just click on the little symbol next to the buy, and then it shuts. So there's a few more in-depth options than these, but this is just to give you a nice, simple beginner's guide that you should be able to get it up and running and start experimenting with it almost immediately. So we took another buy here, and we had another success. And I'd suggest doing these at the start, so we could exit half our trade there, and then we can close the rest of the position after that. We can decide now that it's through the other side of the itchy cloud, so we're going to sell. Then we decide, oh no, that's gone the wrong way, so we'll close that one. And so on and so forth. So you're using this tool to test your system. So now I've run through to the end of time, and it brings up the overall results. You can use the MT4 to see your trades. We only made 6, and then you can go into the report and it'll give you your statistics of how you performed over the test, and you can save that for your own record. And if you click Analyze, you can upload it to the FX Blue site. And so when you upload it to the FX Blue site, you get this. Now you can see that big flat section in the middle because we made no trades, because I was moving that slide bar to make the chart move very quickly. But if you were trading along that whole time, you would see it all. You can bring up the various statistics, floating profits and losses. You can bring up equities, equity bars, so you can see what drawdown or what open profit you were in over the course of your practice. So it gives you a very detailed look about how your system has gone. So you don't need to automate your system to backtest it. You can use this tool to create your system, or test someone else's system, put the indicators on, trade to the rules, and then get the outcome that would have happened had you traded it live. So now that you've seen the usefulness of the tool, I encourage you to grab hold of it, have a play, and in future episodes we'll be looking more detail into this tool and also testing some systems using it to find out just how good some systems are. So hopefully you find it useful, and until next time, green pips.